Deccan Healthcare, we are passionate to get nutrition to the houses, and what we are looking at in terms of improving the quality of life, improving healthcare, is a broader picture, because we strike at a point wherein the discomfort basically sets in. With the growing purchasing power, people have money to spend, they're looking for a good lifestyle, they're more aware of the onset of diseases, disabilities, and they probably look at solutions to help mediate that, delay that, because of course healthcare costs, rising costs is a burden to everybody, let it be India, let it be globally. It's a phenomenon which people are well aware of at the moment. So that's what Deccan does. We export our products under the label of Stay Young, and in India we are present under the label of Be Young, and it's a social impact that we are trying to create in India by trying to reach people using influencers who can talk about our brand, who believe in preventive healthcare. Like youth, India has a lot of youth nowadays, so they want more. Everybody wants more. It's that phrase which goes very well in India, saying "Dil mange more."
Yeah.
And what is this more? More is good lifestyle. I want to be happy, and all of this comes from nutrition. In the recent past, it's been at a phase wherein everybody's just been focusing on calories, but while running behind calorie control, people often forget that it's nutrition that plays the most important role in one's life. That's the answer Deccan provides. That's the solution we at Be Young provide. In terms of let's say the competition in the market, or the challenges that we foresee or that may have come across today, nutraceuticals is the broader picture in which we fall. That per se is estimated to be at $6.2 billion.
Yeah.
So the market is huge, the opportunity is huge. At the moment, there are no current players. There are coming players in the market now. That's where we niche out, because we have been in the market doing this for over 20 years now. See, what happens is, of course, everybody sees a good market. Everybody sees a good opportunity where people want to reach.
Yeah.
And that's where nutraceuticals, of course, is a blooming market, and there are entrants coming in. They want to do good for the benefit of the society, but what remains is that they are into therapeutic and we are into preventive.
Yeah.
So that's where we are different, and they come in today.
So that would be your USP as well.
That would be our USP,
Okay.
that we are into preventive healthcare. Like they would say, one apple a day keeps the doctor away. We say one food pill a day keeps the doctor away. So it's all about nutrition. It's all about getting the nutrients right. Like apple might not fill you, but the simple reason that why they say one apple a day keeps the doctor away is it gets you the right nutrition. That's where we niche out.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's what we want to keep growing at doing. We see amazing markets. We have been getting a very good response. A challenge that we constantly face is good quality, because we are in the FMCH section, like fast moving consumer healthcare. That's what we like to call our products. That's the section, that's the market we are in, and good quality is what is most important. And in India, the regulations are there, but they're relatively new.
Yeah.
So my dad has been very passionate about this. He himself is a bioscientist.
Yeah.
So most of his life has gone into researching for these products to get the right portfolio out, to get the right solution out, which answers the questions that consumers often ask. We control the entire supply chain, right from raw materials to the end product to the consumers. We have partnered with farmers in the Tibetan border, Himalayan range, and we provide them assistance to grow the right crop, to harvest, use how to improve their yields.
Yeah.
So that's where we empower from, right from the stage of the farmer to the consumer. At every stage we try to add some value. We try to empower, we try to get them to benefit out of being a part of Deccan in some way or the other. So while this sounds fabulous, it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
Because being organic, keeping a strict quality check, adhering to pharma kind of manufacturing practices, although it's not required, our units, our manufacturing systems are very pharma similar in terms of quality controls and all of that. So they of course come at a cost, and that's a cost that we are ready to take. We have been absorbing
But
that
would
cost.
be primarily your product development and research and development cost.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, we would not want to compromise on quality.
Absolutely, yeah.
And because that's what will take us forward.
Yeah.
That's what has been coming back in terms of testimonials, our customers,
Yeah.
and we're very happy that it's getting results.
So tell me something, this is a relatively new market in terms of marketing, if you talk about educating people properly.
Right.
People, let's say healthcare means when I fall sick and I will go to allopathy or homeopathy, nobody really still thinks about preventive. So of course there is a huge market.
Yes.
So how do you market it?
So,
I for example, I go to a doctor when I really fall sick. Yeah.
So that's the mindset, right?
Because I have fallen sick, okay, so now I think, okay, I need to do preventive steps so that my sugar doesn't go up or this or that. Indians think like that. So there's of course a huge potential in the market. How do you educate?
See, I would like to say for first that the youth thinks differently now. I would say that once a person reaches the doctor for, let's say, diabetes or any of these healthcare issues, which we all understand today is because of maybe some lifestyle cause, which we probably ignored over the years, that has now resulted in this. That person is not our consumer in most ways, because now he's in the care of the doctor. So from the preventive healthcare, he's moved to curative. He needs to control his, let's say, diabetes. He needs to make sure he gets the doctor's attention, and he's within the control of the doctor's requirements and
So
his
your target
practice.
would be young guys.
The youth,
Yeah.
India has the youth today.
Take about
That's why
40.
it's prevailing in
Yeah,
everywhere.
absolutely.
Around the world, everybody's talking about Indian brain, Indian mindsets, and that's the youth that we're looking at.
So how do you market it to
So
them?
now coming to those people, what we do is, of course, it takes resources and a lot of education, like you correctly said, because it's a very new market.
Yeah.
While they do have the initial idea, we have set up a Deccan Training Academy, which we call DTA, and we hold training programs there and educate people in groups and batches. We have dietitians, nutritionists talk about how nutrition can cause discomfort at a later stage. Let's say we give them very realistic examples, because that's what this is about. Something like hair fall, like a 30 or 25-year-old having a hair fall is the first sign of your body naturally saying, hey, something is wrong or something is not going right. It's not necessarily about, oh, my hair is falling, I need to stop my hair falling, but you are young, you are dynamic, why is your hair falling in the first place? So trying to make them more self-aware, because this is as good as eating food. Like our products are food pills, like we call it, the nutrient pills are as good as eating food. So you need to know what you want to eat. and we focus on RDA. We, like I said earlier, we don't focus on calories. We focus on the required daily allowance. So that's the amount your body requires. If you give it, say, 10 times more, it's naturally going to flush it out because that's not what your body requires. So we try to educate them, get them onto a program, make them understand their lifestyle, give suggestions on how we can, be and help them improve their lifestyle. So it's a whole lot of things that goes across than just selling a product or marketing a product.
So where does Mohita's role come into play in the company?
So
your dynamic leader?
I graduated from London School of Economics in 2014, 2015, and it was a personal experience that I had while I was in London that made me move back to India because I saw the opportunity of reaching out to so many people, reaching out to so many women. The simple idea was I lived in London most of my life. In India most of my life. But when I moved to London, I couldn't do the basic things which people found it very easy to do. I have been fortunate enough to get good food, good exposures, but just coping up with the stress and the challenges of a new city was something I couldn't do. And that's when my father suggested that why don't you try taking the nutrition that you should be taking, take these pills. And I was like, okay, it's food, so there's not much I'm gonna lose or win at the end of the day. And I saw a difference. And I saw how just taking that made such a difference to my life because everything was a constant. It was just this new thing that I had added to my same routine. And I was like, okay, now I know what I need to do. Now I know where I need to go back to. So went back to India, and in 2015, 2016, I started Be Young, which is...
so Be Young is your initiative?
It's my initiative. So started Be Young with the support of Deccan Healthcare. And reached out to women, and my idea was, okay, let's start by setting an example because that's where you really start making differences. So we started off small. We started off by providing nutrition to women, and because in India it's women who control the kitchen and the diet and the lifestyle of everybody in the house. So I was like, if they can get nutrition, they understand the requirements, the needs of nutrition, then we have a very good future in terms of the youth, the health, most of our questions today that we worry about in terms of health and lifestyle could be answered by this. That's how Be Young started, and we expanded. We started off from North Uttarakhand, moved to the Northeast, gave these women education, empowered them. Now we are at a stage wherein we have over 200 direct consumers with us on our e-portal. It's an e-store. So direct to consumer store.
So what kind of a team do you lead?
So we have...
You're a young, dynamic woman leading a strong venture in a market which is very ever growing right now, with a huge potential.
Right.
So what kind of a team do you manage, and what kind of a leadership style do you follow really?
Well, I'm still evolving, to be honest. It's a learning curve every single day, but I've been fortunate enough to make my own decisions, and my family has been very supportive in letting me choose the style that I want to choose. I have a young team. We are all between the age of 23 to 30 to 33.
But that's a team that generally works also.
So we understand each other, we are motivated, we are passionate, because my idea is that over the next few years that we grow, the purpose of Be Young should not be lost. It started off with a wonderful thought, with a purpose to reach somewhere.
It started off with a wonderful name also. Be Young is a very direct, catching name.
Thank you.
Straight away that hits you.
It's something that you can associate with.
Absolutely. And it's a direct position.
Absolutely.
Makes your job very simple.
Simple, yes, in terms of the name, because we already know there is a lot of education that is involved behind it. So it makes it easier for something to be relatable in more than one ways. So very young team working around the clock, doing their best. We have a very relaxed sort of work atmosphere. My UK training and working kind of helps set that dynamic. So yeah, 25 to 32 is what I really like my team to be at.
So what kind of a leader you are? Are you participative? Are you delegative? Are you very hard-hitting leader who taskmaster kind?
I'm that sort of a leader who would go sit with my team, okay, and we'll just have a chat and probably have the best outcomes without even realizing who is leading and who is heading the chat. So it's more of a participative.
You're a natural leader who's blessed by God to have that kind of a great accent.
That's really kind words.
Come to London, take nutritional pill, you go to India, launch a super brand called Be Young, have a team which works on its own. That means you're a natural born leader.
Well, if that's how it is, then I'm loving it as so far, and then I'm clearly on the right direction.
We hope that you are.
Thank you.
I really hope that you grow a lot and make Deccan Healthcare grow even bigger.
Thank you.